Hello everyone, welcome to another movie review, and this time it's on the movie Rumble in the Bronx. Original title was Fan Kui. Yep, but its actual US title, actual Canadian title is Rumble in the Bronx. This movie came out in 1995. Um, yeah, and the only actor that I know in this is Jackie Chan. I just saw this movie after a long time. I think the last time I saw this movie was actually in the 90s. Yep. And I remember hearing how this was Jackie Chan's first English movie he ever did. And what do I think personally? Is it great? Is it good? Is it bad? Um, it's not a great movie, but at the same time, it's not bad. It's worse than what I remember, but yeah, it's worse than I remember. I have to give it that. But I remember it being a very good movie. But after so long, I just watched it, and I watched it out of a request from someone that I work with. I normally don't like to go out of my list to do a request, but if it's a request by someone that I work with, someone that actually wants to see something, someone that I know that wants to see exact something from me for a review or a video game, if I'm able to, I will do it. And to me personally, it's a really good movie. But that's it. There's nothing special about it, nothing bad. Let's start with the best thing about this movie, which would be the action. Yeah, the action. To me, the action was actually pretty, pretty awesome, pretty damn awesome. Yeah, I don't think I could complain about the action. Not really. It's really more on the lines of the graphics that I do have complaints about. Not to say that the graphics were bad. They weren't bad. They were good. But it's the type of graphics that you would see in a 1980s action movie. Yeah, because I remember other movies that were coming out around that time, 1995, that were action movies. They had so much more. They had so much better graphics. Heck, take Terminator 2. That movie I think came out in 1990, maybe 91, something like that. That movie had much better graphics than this did. Much better. So it's not the best on the graphics, but it's not the best that there was at the time. It really wasn't. Um, so coming up to the storyline, the acting, those would be the worst parts. I have to say, granted, the acting is not the worst part. I would say it's decent at best. And to me personally, I like Jackie Chan movies. I like Jackie Chan movies. Um, there are some that he's done, which there are some movies that he's done which I love, and there's other ones that he's done where it's like I like these. These are decent, but that's it. There's nothing special, and that's what this was. Um, the acting wasn't anything special. It was just decent. At times, it was good. I have seen Jackie Chan do a much better job in movies than this one. Yeah. Um, and the other actors in this movie, they weren't really actors per se. They really weren't actual actors that had been in other things. No. I remember, and this is another thing that I didn't tell the person that requested this at the time because I wanted to save it for this so that he could hear it on this. I remember also hearing at the time that they couldn't get any other bigger people to be in this movie at the time. So they asked around, and they got fans that were fans of Jackie Chan to be in this movie. Yeah, this was the first Hollywood movie that he's ever done. The first English movie that he had ever done, Jackie Chan. So of course they couldn't get any other big major actors at the time. So what do we get? Fans that really don't know how to act, and therefore Jackie Chan is the best one there. And even then, he was just decent. The other actors were either decent or bad. I'm sorry, this is my opinion. The story is another aspect. Oh, the story. The plot. The plot kept. The plot changed at a certain point, because at first, there's two different plots happening in this storyline. So it is hard to explain. So it starts off as a plot of a movie, and then later on in the movie, a different plot comes into effect and takes over from the other plot. Yeah. So really, the plot changed, I would say, halfway through. Yeah. Yeah, and the other plot took over. I'm not really for that, really, because that can ruin a movie. Normally, they should stick with one plot alone in the movie. I know sometimes I say like I know sometimes I say that this plot is it's not just a regular plot, it's perplexing plot. This really wasn't a perplexing plot. It wasn't. It was just two plots rolled into one. There you go. Two plots rolled into one. That's the best I can say it. And it wasn't written all that great. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. That was the weaker part. So I would have to say the plot and the other plot, two into one type thing. It was decent, and it wasn't written all that great. It really wasn't. I think the writing aspect was the worst thing about the story. Yeah. But that being said, it's a Jackie Chan movie. What do you expect from a Jackie Chan movie? Action, stunts, and if you're going into it for that aspect, it's actually a good movie. I actually really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really good movie. IMDb gives this movie a 6.8 out of 10. That's with all the users combined. What's my rating? What do I give it? So like I said, it's a really good movie. I would have to give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. To me personally, it's probably one of the more weaker movies from Jackie Chan. Yeah, because like I said, I'm actually a big Jackie Chan fan. And I've seen a lot of his movies from the 70s, 80s, before he even got to Hollywood. Like the Project A movies, the Police Story movies. I remember watching those, and I loved them, even though technically they were dubbed. And then movies that came out after this, the Rush Hour movies. I love those. The two Shanghai movies that we had, loved them. The Tuxedo, the Medallion. I very much enjoyed them. But like I said, this is probably the weaker one. Yeah, probably one of the weakest ones that I've seen from him. So that being said, did I give my rating? I believe I did. But if I didn't, 6 out of 10. So I want to thank you all for taking time to watch. And if you love this movie or didn't love this movie, you can let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. I always love the comments whether you love the movie or hate it. You can like this video if you like this review, and you can subscribe to my channel if you love my content. So thank you all for taking time to watch, and join me next time for another movie review I intend to do soon. I am out.